from 600 kilometers from our own cameras and merged with the low resolution of 5.8 meter multi-spectral camera. This is another view. You can see another view of Vienna, where the International Olympiad was going on. This is actually the actual photograph taken on the site and the camera image from a 600 kilometer altitude. The features what we get from the satellite image is much clearer than a commercial on-site camera information. These are all information used for mainly for urban development purposes. Of course, there are various other applications of this. Every state is using the remote sensing data for their own urban planning and various other applications. Now these images are being merged with the navigation system to get their precise location of their own. Because with respect to the EVO applications, we see mainly they started the application with respect to agriculture. See, one of the backbone industry in our country, the prediction of yield was very vague at that time. Because manually the collection of how many acres of particular crop has been sown and what is the yield expected was very uncertain during those periods. Because of manual collection, the information collected will be coming out at the end of the season, where by the time the monsoon comes, by the time the yields have been completed and the prediction go ahead. With the scientific approach of using this remote sensing satellite data, automatic processing of the data right from sowing season to the various harvesting season, various crops of our country, right from the rice, paddy, wheat, oilseed, sugarcane, various types of crops estimate has been carried out, and the assessment at the end of the season shows the extent of yield has almost within 2 to 3% inaccuracy it is able to predict. With that, it was helping the management, agriculture management, to either to import or to stockpile the items which was grown. So this was mainly addressing the agricultural application. And another one important application which is done is provided by the satellite is the OceanSat, which was launched in 1999. Almost 10 years it was operational. It was providing the potential fishing zone information in the entire coastal regions of our country. You can see the images which is going there are fish schools. The previously fishermen used to go for fishing at random. Okay, we are expecting, okay, some fish will be there in that particular area. But most of the time they find the yields were not as expected. But with the scientific information provided by the imageries of this OceanSat satellite, and with a small beacon with them, they are able to go exactly to the place where the fish schools are more, and they are able to catch abundant fish. Statistically, it is shown almost more than double the fish catch was there by using this data. And from the statistical economics data was almost 1,000 to 1,500 crores profit every year they were earning actually. So that was one of the things. And other things were the drinking water. One of the important information provided by the remote sensing data was the drinking water. You know, many of our villages were suffering from the non-availability of good drinking water. And the drinking water mission, the people used to drill borewell at random. Okay, whether water is there or not. At that time, without using this data, we used to get only 50% 50% success. 100 wells they are drilling, almost 50 wells will not have any water. But by making use of this remote sensing data, they are able to achieve almost more than 90% success rate they are able to achieve. And this program has been enlarged to covering almost all states of our country. Other things were the wasteland improvement and accelerated irrigation program. All these things are done using this remote sensing data. The other one was the wasteland, the watershed development, to what extent the water has been utilized for the effective irrigation of those lands. Okay, this is one of the close image of the remote sensing data from OceanSat 1. This provides, you can see the fish schools live exactly where there is a transition between the temperature changes. The gradients are slightly better compared to normal temperature. Those areas are identified and the locations where the fish schools are there has been identified. Now the potential fishing zones are specializing in giving areas where high crop fish like eel or the specialized fish where exactly the schools are there. That type of information also is decoded and given to the farmers. And this information is given to almost the entire coast in their local region, local languages, and the fisherman community villages. This information is broadcast, and based on that they go and then go and catch the fish much faster, and effectively they come back within much faster time. So this is because of that, the second OceanSat satellite was launched in 2010. One was launched in 1999. After 11 years, second satellite was launched, and that is being, there's a continuity of the data for fisherman community. This satellite is providing this information. Next one, of course, this is just to give an information with respect to the cyclone warning system established in the coastal regions. You are aware, many times our country is faced with a cyclone. One in 99, there was a super cyclone which hit the coastal regions of Orissa, Andhra Pradesh. Almost 10,000 people have lost their lives. Whereas that time the system was not established. In 2007 or 8, there was a similar cyclone severity. The loss of life and properties were very, very minimum, because the information provided was so accurate, and the announcement, the moment announcement came, the people were aware, okay, this is a realistic data, they have all evacuated to safer places, and the loss of life was very, very minimum.